Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be start of the first sewing vlog, I guess, of the new year. And I decided to start sewing because the other day, or yesterday, my friend came over and she needed me to just like sew up a small hole in two of her shirts. So I did. And while I was getting my box out for the sewing supplies, if you watched my last video, you know right behind that box is like a bag. And it just has patterns, like paper patterns and fabric. So I decided I want to get rid of that first. So I pulled out the bag and I like emptied it out to see what was in it. Turns out I have 2 dresses and 1 skirt with the pattern and the fabric already cut out to all the pieces. And I have it right here. But those will not be the ones I'm working on. In the bag, there was also 2 cutout patterns, like still in like paper form like this. This is one of them, they're like cargo pants, but the other one was a skirt, and it's the Hanbok wrap skirt. And since it is right now mid-January, I have like 2 weeks until a major holiday here in Korea, which is Lunar New Year, which is Seollal, as we call it. And Hanbok is one of the main things to do during that time, is to wear it, you know? And we will also, like at my work, have like an event to celebrate the holiday where the teachers and the kids will dress up in their Hanbok. And so I was like, I've always wanted to make one and I have 2 weeks. Can I make one? And so I quickly looked up like the amount of fabric I would need, and I just happened to have in my like first reach grab pile enough fabric. So today we're starting a Hanbok wrap skirt. So last night after I decided to do this, it doesn't look like a hard sew, so I think I'm still gonna like break it up over a few nights because I don't have time to do it all tonight or like in one night. But I already cut out the pattern to my size, and it's still here on the floor. I'll show you real quick. So you can see I cut out the pattern. This is like it's like pattern within a pattern. It's the square for the skirt, and then it has like the belt and straps patterns there. So I have the pattern ready, and so tonight I'm going to cut out everything I need for the fabric, and that's all I'm going to do tonight. Tomorrow, because I have to find the directions. I have them on a hard drive somewhere, or like a flash drive, sorry. So I have to find the directions, kind of look at what it entails, but tonight is just cutting fabric because those directions are on the pattern actually. Yeah, I'll show you guys which fabric though first. So again, if you did watch my like organization video, you know, in my main sewing area besides the bag that was there, I also have fabric wrapped around cardboard, and they're like longer pieces of fabric. So I went out, I got them out, and I measured some of them, or just like held them up to kind of roughly measure them to see which one, because I do need 3 yards for this, because I think with all the pleats in the skirt you just need 3 yards. And I happen to have one which I'm totally fine using to make the skirt out of, and it's this one. It's like a peaches coral color, and it looks dull on the this side, but it's actually it's very like shiny, silky, because like this is the outside and then this is the inside, and this is what I'm going to make like show on the outside of the skirt. So I think it will be a very like actually nice skirt, which I think is very appropriate for the holidays. So hopefully I can get that done in like a few nights, maybe this weekend, because probably next week is when we'll have the event at work and I can wear it there. Yeah, and then maybe you wear it during the holiday. So yeah, that is what this vlog is about. We're going to be making the Hanbok wrap skirt, and I believe it's by Sewing Therapy. I know her mostly on Instagram as by Sarah. I will try to tag her down below and everything. But yeah, I've bought this pattern like as she put it out a while ago now, just because, you know, I live here in Korea and I've always just wanted a Hanbok, but I can't, like, I feel weird going to like an actual store to buy a Hanbok. One, they're very expensive. 2, it's not, you know, my culture. So I think this is like a good in-between where I can make a skirt in the style of the Hanbok and wear it on special occasions like them, but not actually own like a whole Hanbok outfit. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be making today, or like starting to make today and in this vlog. So today I'm cutting fabric. That's it. I already did the pattern. I'm going to cut the fabric tonight and try to find the instructions. Yeah. Okay, so I have all of my pieces cut out. It's like 3 big squares actually, and then like long squares. I actually have a good bit of fabric left, so I maybe say something small to like match it, like a hair tie headband type thing. But yeah, I used the floor to get enough space. You can see I just laid out my cutting board and used my rotary blade to cut with this slick fabric, and then since they're just bigger pieces, laid my paperweights on them. They're not exact, but I think with this skirt there's like leeway. So I also did find the instructions on my computer, but I also have to watch like her instruction video just to like get a grip of like how to make this. So probably gonna do that tomorrow. I still have to like mark all the pleats. I'm gonna watch the video first and see what she does. But I still have to work the pleats and get everything ready. I think I'm just gonna use white thread on this because I don't have thread that matches like a silky thread. But I think white thread will be fine. Definitely not black though. Those are my 2 main threads that I have. Everything's cut. Just next I'm gonna watch the video a couple times probably, and then move on to the next step. Yeah. The other day I finished cutting out my fabric for my skirt. I didn't film it, but I also cut out some interfacing. Even though the interfacing I have is not very like sturdy, I'm going to add this to my waistband pieces just to add a little bit more structure, just to kind of help it since it is more of a flimsier fabric, I guess. But I got all my pieces cut out. I set up my ironing board and my iron, and I pulled up the video tutorial of this skirt that she has posted on her YouTube. I will try to link it down below if you guys want to watch it. That's on Sewing Therapy's channel. But so right now I'm going to iron on the interfacing to the waistband pieces, and then I'm also going to start on the ties, which is ironing it into like a bias fold, and that is the first step, I think. So I'm gonna do a little bit ironing and then going to sew the ties, and then I still have to cut like the notches for the pleats, and then I think I might start sewing the waistband. We'll see how far we get. I have like an hour and a half to sew until I have to like go to bed. It's late at night. So we're gonna start with ironing the ties and then get to sewing them. Okay, so I finished ironing the interfacing on to my waistband pieces. So next I'm going to iron the tie pieces. And for this on my iron, I'm using more of the silk setting instead of the cotton setting. Even though it's a little thicker than silk, just this side is very shiny and kind of satiny, silkish like. So I think it'll be a little safer for these. But now we're going to iron the ties. So I got the ties done. It took a little longer than I thought it would just because this fabric didn't really want to fold, but I got it. So now I'm going to sew them together. I'm just going to use white thread with this. I don't have a matching thread. The only thing I wish it was more like a silky thread to match the niceness of the fabric, but I don't have that. So we're just gonna sew with regular white thread. Okay, so I finished the ties. I had to get the seam ripper out and unrip them a couple times. I think just because there's so much fabric, like it's so thick with like 4 layers of fabric, I had to go really slow, and I still got kinks and stuff in it. So it's not as clean I was hoping. You can see, I don't know. But they're both sewn. Yeah, see, you have like little thread tabs like this, and maybe tomorrow or next time I work on this I will fix those. But I'm tired. It's past midnight, and after working on these ties of ironing and sewing for a bit, I'm tired. So I'm gonna take a break, or I'm gonna go to bed, and I will work on this tomorrow. I think starting with sewing the seams for the skirt together. The ties didn't come out as nicely as I was hoping. I mean, they don't look bad overall. If I fix a few spots where the thread is loose, I think it'll be fine. But I guess good learning curve. Between like the silkiness of the fabric and that it's so thick, it had trouble feeding through my machine at some points. I had to go slow, and even that I still got, you know, the loose thread pieces. So next time I make the skirt, maybe not such a thick fabric. I think the rest will be fine. It's just because there's 4 layers of fabric in those ties, it just couldn't really handle it, but it's fine. I'm not worried about it looking the greatest because it's my first time making it, and yeah, and just I guess the fabric choice, at least going forward, I know to like do a different method for the ties, doing like the inside out tube instead. All right, so the ties are done. I will sew the skirt and stuff tomorrow or the next day, but yeah, it's coming together. Not as smoothly, a little slower than I thought it would take, but it's okay. So I'll see you guys later. So since the last time I talked to the camera last night, a lot has kind of happened. I got like a weird burst of energy right before I was about to go to bed. So I last night cut the little notches for the pleats on all my panels for my skirt, and then I was messing with my ties a little bit more, and I kept hearing thread breaking, and I was getting really frustrated. And even today when I came home from work, I was messing with them more, and I could hear it breaking even more. So I decided just to unstitch them all, and I changed my thread. I was using just like a cheap white thread. I decided to change my thread to a little bit nicer thread, and let me tell you, it made a world of difference. I unstitched and resewed all of my ties, and now they look so much better. There's no kinks. It was a lot easier to thread this time. I think it just goes to show sometimes it's better not to skimp. I mean, a little nicer thread's not that much more expensive, and it worked so well. I originally was going to use this thread, but I wanted the white more and this kind of like a creamy color, but it's proven just to be better. I still went slow on my machine, but this literally has no kinks. Like the fabric's a little warped, but I think that's just because I've sewed it 3 times now. But yeah, it looks so much better. I'm so happy that I redid them with new thread, even if it took a while to unstitch them both and then restitch them again. Moving forward, we're going to use the new thread, and now I'm back to like where I was last night, or even a little further since I did the notches. But yeah, now we can move forward onto the next thing, which I believe is the waistband. I think we're gonna sew together the waistband. I feel a little more confident going forward now that I'm using different thread, and it helps us so much. Maybe use nice thread on your nicer projects. What a concept. But yeah, okay, so waistband is next. I'm gonna go check and I'll be right back. Okay, so we did the waistband, we sewed and then ironed them out. There's a little hole there for the tie, and then we did the edging. So now we're going to sew the panels of the skirt together with a flat felt seam, which I've never actually done before, but I've been watching her video, so hopefully it goes well. But yeah, we're gonna do skirts together now, and yeah, the skirt's coming along, I guess. Yay! Okay, so I finished the flat felt seams and hemmed the sides of the skirt. I think they turned out fairly nice for our first time doing them. Now we are going to do pleating and attach it to one of the waistbands while doing the pleating along. I have clips, but I might have to change the pins just because there's probably going to be a lot of pleats. Time to start that, and then sew those together, and then the waistband. It's coming together quickly. I mean, I don't know what time it is, but hopefully I can finish this tonight. I'm taking everything kind of slow just to make sure after the ties and like having to redo them a couple times, I just want to make sure. And this fabric is slippery, so just making sure everything stays in place and that the machine can handle multiple layers of fabric together. So yeah, taking these slow, putting it together. It's looking pretty decent. But yeah, hopefully I can finish this skirt tonight. So let's go. Alright, so I finished pleating. I'm really happy with it. It came out, once I got in the groove, it was really easy to do. I had to switch eventually from clips to pins, but also, this is the side I ended up on, and it ended up being perfect length. Now I have like the seam allowance left, so I have all my pleats done. Ow, just stabbed myself, but I have all my pleats done, and now I can sew it on together. Yay! That was really simple, and we're gonna take it slow sewing just to make sure it stays and it's correct. But yeah, I was really happy the length of the pleats turned out exactly what I needed. When I was going along, I was like, this is not gonna end right, and then it ended up just fine. It means I cut everything right in the beginning, I folded everything right, so yay, good job, Abby. So yeah, I'm gonna sew them together now. Okay, so it's really coming together. You can see how it's gonna look. It's very fluffy. I don't know. It definitely poofs out because of all the pleats, but I think it looks really good. Next, I just have to put the ties and then on the other waistband, and then attach the two waistbands. And then I think it's like you stitch it together and then you hem it. I think that's it. It's already like midnight, but I still want to finish this, so hopefully we can get this done in like an hour. So next I'm going to attach the ties and then attach it all together on the waistband. Yay! Here we are. So I stitched the inside of the thing. I still have to like hem it. I have pants on still, but I have to like hem it, but basically it's done. I think it turned out really well. I have to trim some things, but yeah, it worked. It's very twirly. Very twirly. Don't want to knock off my iron there. But I think it turned out great. I can actually undo these. I think I can like turn it and use the outside too if I want it a little more, you know, relaxed, because the inside of the fabric is slightly different. I would just have like the edge pieces in the waistband as the shiny part. But yeah, I got fat little pieces everywhere. But yeah, I just have to hem it and I'm done. Yay! I think it turned out really great. It's very twirly. I think the fabric turned out well. It's a little, what is it, creased where the fabric was folded, so maybe I should I don't know, steam that out or something before I wear it. But yeah, I'm just going to hem it and I will be done. So yeah, I'm just going to hem it and then call it a night, because it's what, 12:30? No, 12:50. Okay, so it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna hem this really quick and then go to bed. And I will tomorrow film in a different outfit, like an actual outfit. I would wear it tomorrow. I'm done. And I think you're supposed to sew like around this, and I might do it later, but right now I'm gonna keep it as is. Once I got past the ties and all the problems there, this went together pretty quickly. Besides, you know, the pleating took a little bit, but fairly simple. Really like it. Okay, so I did wear my hanbok today, and I will show you guys the finished product. It ended up really nicely. I wore it today to work and I got some compliments on it, and people were amazed that I made it. I think they forget that I say that I make clothes. But yeah, I wore it today. It looked great, and I'll show you guys. So here is my hanbok skirt. It's very twirly and fun. It definitely layers over enough. I think I have the beginning right here kind of at my stomach, and then the other end is way over here on the side, and I have it loose enough, but it wears very nicely. I wore this today. I wish maybe the band was a little more structured, I guess, but the ties look out great. I don't have any strings or anything hanging off. I trimmed it up, but yeah, it turned out really great. I'm really happy with the color for this holiday that they wear. Their hanbok skirt is very traditional to wear bright colors and not like black or white, so I think it turned out great. It's just so fun to twirl in. But yeah, this is my hanbok skirt. I mean, once I got past the tie mishaps and everything, it was very simple to make. I'll probably make another sometime in the future. But yeah, it looks nice. It's very nice fabric, so it fits kind of like more formal-ish occasions. But yeah, you can see the pleats in them really well. I didn't steam it enough so you can kind of see the fold of the fabric. But yeah, overall, I think it turned out great, and I will definitely be wearing this and in the future making another one. I still want to go through all of my other fabric first, just to get some other projects done. So I won't be making another hanbok skirt soon, but maybe for like the summer or such. I have ideas. I know you can make a reversible one, so I think like a more flexible fabric, and then reversing it would be great. I can use it during other seasons. So yeah, I highly recommend trying out this pattern if you want like a nice wrap skirt, which is basically what it is, of a nice wrap skirt. It's very easy to make. I think it turned out great. The problems I had in the beginning were just kind of like my thread choice and just working with the fabric at the beginning. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I filmed it in less than a week, but over, I said, a couple of nights, and it just took a while because of the mistakes in the beginning and working with the fabric. I think once you get the hang of it, this could be a very quick cut sew make in the future. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog and it wasn't too chaotic, and I will see you guys in the next one, and I hope you guys have fun sewing until then. So I will see you next time. Bye guys.